ساتوی پسرو وینو دا د شهیدانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور ساتوی پسرو وینو دا د شهیدانو کور دا
Hello and welcome to RTA News. Thanks for joining us. Let's begin with some updates from Afghanistan and abroad. Minister of Public Health Maulawi Nur Jalal Jalali met with Dr. Hanan Al-Balkhi, Director of the World Health Organization Eastern Region, and Chris Ellis, Director of the Gates Foundation's Global Development Division. The two sides discussed expanding health cooperation, especially in the field of prevention of communicable and non-communicable diseases, reforms in the polio eradication program, and improving access to quality health services in remote areas of Afghanistan. The Ministry of Public Health said. Former U.S. Special Representative for Afghanistan Zalmay Khalilzad asked on his X page, do Pakistan's defense and interior ministries play the role of good police and bad police? Pakistani Interior Minister Mohsin Naqvi is right and knows that starting a war with Afghanistan will not be in Pakistan's interest, he said. Recently, the Pakistani Interior Minister has stressed the need for dialogue to resolve issues between Afghanistan and Pakistan, but in turn, the Defense Minister has made hateful and false statements. Amid rising trade tensions between Washington and Beijing, U.S. President Donald Trump and Chinese President Xi Jinping have begun in talks in South Korea. According to the Reuters, Trump and Xi Jinping are holding talks behind closed doors in Seoul, the South Korean capital. At least 5 Pakistani soldiers have been killed and 14 others injured after a landmine exploded in the Khurram area of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. According to reports, the vehicle carrying out the soldiers also caught fire after the explosion. Al-Mirsad agency, in connection with the involvement of Pakistani nationals within the ranks of the ISIS, has obtained a confession after another captured Pakistani ISIS member. In his confession, the mentioned attacker revealed information about his training centers, activities, and other important secrets in Pakistan.
When I was serving as a fighter with ISIS in Pakistan, there were people from different countries there. They were from Pakistan, Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, Turkey, and Russia. There were around 20 of us. They were training us. And as I heard, there were other training camps there as well. A person named Nasrat told me to go to Afghanistan. I told him that I couldn't go. He made me a fake Afghan ID card for me. After that, I came to Turkhan border, and from Turkhan I entered this site pretending to be a refugee. When I came to Afghanistan, I hid my original identity card and showed the fake one, saying that this was my ID card. When I wanted to find a house, they gave me this identity card, and both of us were arrested by the forces of the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan.
According to a report by Tasnim News Agency, India has managed, through its continued diplomatic efforts, to extend the U.S. sanctions waiver on the Chabahar port until early next year. Report.
Tasnim News Agency reported that according to the Economic Times on Wednesday, India has managed to extend the sanction waiver for the Chabahar port until the beginning of next year. According to the reports, during the discussion between the United States and India, India emphasized that the Chabahar port should remain active within the framework of its regional connectivity plan. The Ministry of Industry and Commerce stated that the extension of the sanction exemption on Chabahar will help increase Afghanistan exports volume to India and Arab countries.
با تمدید معافیت تحریم‌های بندر چابهار ما می‌توانیم بیشترین استفاده
With the extension of sanctions waivers for the Chabahar port, we can make the most of this opportunity and use the port to export goods, particularly to India and the United Arab Emirates. We are confident that it can serve as a reliable alternative to other routes currently facing challenges. Through this port, we can increase our imports and exports and continue our trade activities without major obstacles.
Meanwhile, the Association of Afghan Dry Food Traders based in India said that the removal of sanctions on the Chabahar port will increase Afghanistan's dry food export to Indian markets and strengthen trade relations between India and Afghanistan.
This can also improve trade between us and India, especially resolving previous issues related to financial transactions, such as how funds are transferred through banking channels.
On the other hand, Afghan traders consider Indian markets a good destination for Afghan products and goods. They believe that extending the sanction exemption on Chabahar will facilitate Afghanistan's export process not only to Indian markets but also to international markets.
If
this port project truly succeeds and India invests in it, we will gain access to a vast and valuable market. In terms of exports and imports, we can also use Chabahar to connect with international markets. This would be a significant achievement for us economically and commercially, and all its benefits would directly serve our national interest. Chabahar could even become a viable alternative to the Torkham and Wagah crossings. Given how frequently these routes are closed, exports to India via Chabahar would face no such problems.
Chabahar plays a vital role in New Delhi Regional Connectivity Project and is considered a gateway to Afghanistan, Central Asia and Eastern Russia. Previously, India had also managed to extend the US sanction waiver on the Chabahar port until October 28.
Sheikh Maulana Islam Jar, the governor of Herat province, met with Kazem Gharibabadi, the deputy minister for legal and international affairs at the Iranian Foreign Ministry. The Herat provincial press office said that in this meeting, the deputy minister for legal and international affairs of the Iranian Foreign Ministry described the relations between the two countries as friendly and brotherly and said that his country is committed to expanding cooperation with Afghanistan. On the other hand, the governor of Herat expressed hope for expanding cooperation between the two countries in various sectors. The officials of the Turkish company have expressed interest in investing in Afghanistan's gold and copper mines in an online meeting with Sheikh Abdul Rahman Qanet, Deputy Minister of Policy and Programs of the Ministry of Mines and Petroleum. Meanwhile, the Deputy Minister of Policy and Programs of the Ministry of Mines and Petroleum, pointing the rich mineral resources of Afghanistan, say that they will be provided with necessary facilities in this regard. Maulawi Ahmed Jan Bilal, Director General of the Emirati Companies, and Abdul Rahman Atash, Executive Director General of the National Development Company, visited various sections of the Qushtepa Canal. Director General of the Emirati Companies, during his visit to the canal, he praised the quality of the framework done and said that the project is a historic opportunity for Afghanistan economic development and should be completed with shared responsibility. On the other hand, the National Development Company say that the construction of the canal's dam is about 85% complete and the second phase of excavation is about 90% complete. Mullah Nuruddin Turabi, Director General of the Afghanistan National Disaster Management Authority, met with the World Food Programme WFP Chief John Elif to discuss returning refugees and increased aid. The National Disaster Management Authority say that both sides, while emphasizing timely assistance to needy families in the country, assured of surveys in Herat, Ghor, Badakhshan and Kunar provinces. The National Statistics and Information Authority says the Identity Verification and Archives Department of Authority has verified 7,113 paper IDs during the month of May this year. According to the agency, 2,631 IDs were verified in person. Another 4,482 IDs were verified in person to Afghans living abroad. And the identities of 216,508 people were also verified during the same month. Mullah Nuruddin Turabi, Director General of the National Disaster Management Authority, met with Mohammad Zulqarnain Abbas, Director of the International Islamic Welfare Foundation, RIRW, to sign a memorandum of understanding worth nearly $195,000. The National Disaster Management Authority says that according to the memorandum, cash will be distributed to 744 needy families in Tiwara district of Ghor province. Kabul municipality has announced that after conducting extensive technical studies and design and plan for the construction of a motorable flyover in front of the Kabul provincial office has been finalized and its practical work will begin soon. The head of urban infrastructure of Kabul municipality described the project as large and strategic and said that the bridge will be built along the Sadr T crossroads and the New Jaishir Machine Khana connecting road. A total of 305 Afghan migrants who were imprisoned in Pakistani prisons have been released and returned to the country. The Minister of Refugees and Repatriation says that they were detained by the police for 1 to 2 months before returning to the country and receiving humanitarian assistance. That was all for now. Thanks for being with us. You can follow us online for more updates. Good time.
ساتوی پسرو وینو دا د شهیدانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور ساتوی پسرو وینو دا د شهیدانو کور دا